bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, I got him all right.
Freeze, motherfucker.
Shit.
Unload your mag, motherfucker. Now I want you to drop your gun butt first, alright?
You were born for these flashing lights.
Now you.
Born for these endless nights. You always knew, sooner or later, you were destined for something greater.
All you guys surrender. I'm gonna shoot that guy.
Had to do to get the pieces.
You're not gonna shoot us all now.
Bang.
You've been waiting for this ever since you were young. Be careful not to choke on your tongue. Get famous. You should be famous. Go on and get famous.
Above the Law, 1988, Steven Seagal's first film. A martial arts expert and former CIA agent, Nico Toscani, Steven Seagal, is working as a Chicago cop when a relatively routine drug trafficking investigation leads to an international conspiracy. Soon, Nico and his partner, Dolores Jackson, Pam Grier, are the targets of mysterious and powerful criminals, but he refuses to back down. As Nico gets deeper into the case, he must contend with an older adversary, corrupt CIA operative Kurt Zygon, Henry Silva.
So,
This is his first movie.
First movie.
first movie.
Do we think he starts out as a good actor and then
No.
kind of
No,
No.
not at all.
I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna say first movie. This is probably a bit below average, so D tier. You know.
What? Let's go. We're doing tiers or doing out of 10? I thought we were doing out of 10.
Oh, out of 10.
Mhm.
Then
D
a
out
4.
of 10.
A
D
4.
out of 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
A 4 out of 10.
I'm anticipating a 4. Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
gonna be honest, a 4 sounds pretty reasonable.
I'm gonna be a little optimistic. I want to give him some slack on his first one. I'm gonna say a 6. I just
No,
think it's his first movie. He's really trying to get himself out there right now. I think he'll put his all into it.
I'm leaning more on the 4 side of things, to be honest.
I think his
I think
top
you get
movie.
2 of them.
I think his top movie will be a 6.
So then you think this will be his top movie?
I think it'll be comparable
Or
to his.
equivalent.
I think it'll be equivalent. Yeah, a 6.0 is my
Still gonna
guess.
say 6?
6 point. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say like a 4.4.
First highest?
For this one.
That's so specific for the first movie. We have no basis for anything. All right, I guess let's get
I'm
started.
gonna enjoy. Yeah, let's get started.
I want you to be famous.
That was fun,
Yeah.
but I
Not
don't.
good.
I'm scared to give it a low score because I can't imagine there's. I think there's definitely worse than this. I don't want to give it too low. I don't want to
Yeah.
lock myself in is the issue.
Felt like that was like a 3.
I'm gonna say a
Okay,
2.7. I'm gonna say a 2.7 for me.
2 points. I was thinking about that, and then you said like you don't want to give it low, and I'm like shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a high 2, you know.
Mm,
But that was a really bad movie.
that was so bad.
Maybe I'm gonna go 3.2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oof, that was.
Yeah.
In this movie, what the fuck happened? So much,
Yeah.
but so little happened at the same time.
He just
Memory.
killed random
Alright.
people.
He kept
I don't
killing
know.
people. Bad action
There's
like
Alex.
this.
Hey, why you fuck with my friend, man? Another mood. Hey, fuck your mood, man. Holy fuck, man. Stop this motherfucker. He's crazy.
So at the beginning of the movie, we have a bit of a lore as to why Steven Seagal is so cool in this movie. And that's because he studies Aikido. And then in 1970 something, he was in Vietnam, and
Yeah.
then That's pretty much all you need to know. He served in Vietnam. And then
And the entire important cast was in Vietnam with him.
I think so, but it's not really relevant that they were in Vietnam together. It just kind of gets
Yeah.
thrown in a few times.
Yeah.
You're like, Vietnam.
Steven wanted to say that he doesn't like people getting tortured in Vietnam. That's why that was there. Bro, he produced this movie. He's the main character.
Oh! He's gone loco! I still find it especially ironic considering the later content of the movie.
Yeah.
Because he gets pretty brutal with some of the beatdowns for no reason. He serves in Vietnam, then later in 1988, he's a Chicago policeman with a black lady as his sidekick. So she's not really relevant, ever, I'd say.
Yeah, she gets shot. That's
She
right.
gets shot.
I don't know.
I'm seeing
No!
You should have stayed in the car.
He just somehow has her baby photos in their marriage and all that
Yeah,
stuff. He's just sobbing.
His marriage photo is him, his wife, his baby, and his cop buddy.
Yeah, and this, like, colleague. Yeah. And then he just has all of his colleagues' like baby photos just on hand for some reason. Why is she there?
I guess they got married too. Was he got a photo of her his coworker? Why's he got so much paraphernalia of her? The rest of the movie takes place while he's a cop in Chicago in 1988. The dates aren't relevant, and there's these evil guys who Seagal thinks are selling drugs, but turns out they're actually making bombs so they can blow up a church.
Apology video now, Del.
I'll
I'm
do
sorry
it.
to the Catholics. Oh my god.
I'm sorry, Catholics. Because they're trying to kill a priest who knows that they're trying to kill a senator.
If you told anyone about our plans to kill the senator, we cannot kill him.
When they were saying the confessional, so just one of their like people went to the confessional. I'm going to kill the senator, and they're like, "Shit, we gotta kill this priest now." Like, what the fuck?
Why were they trying to kill the senator again?
I don't think it was ever...
It was never
I
explained.
think
They just wanted to kill
they
him.
kind of explained it in that he was anti-corruption. In between a lot of this, there's a lot of fight scenes that are really bad. I'm sure I'll have cuts to that, but they don't really matter for the most part.
Yeah.
I don't think much got accomplished through the whole movie.
Nothing
Oh,
got
the
accomplished.
CIA was trying to kill a senator, so they hire like a mafia / gangs / evil people to kill the priest. Deep State is trying to kill the senator, and Steven Seagal somehow catches wind of this because he's trying to stop the regular guys from building bombs. They bomb a church, but they bomb the wrong priest, is the thing. Because the priest they're trying to kill is an illegal immigrant, or he works for the illegal immigrants. I'm not really sure.
Something
He's,
like
like,
that.
He's trafficking illegal immigrants.
I wouldn't say, is trafficking the right word for that? That makes it sound more sinister.
No.
That makes it sound a lot more sinister than it was.
Kind of like
I don't know.
giving them a
Sanctuary.
place to hide out. Yeah.
Sanctuary. That's
sanctuary.
the word that he used.
I don't know, trafficking makes it sound a lot worse than it was. So they killed this other priest. Steven Seagal was at the church at the time of the explosion, but he's unscathed, as always. He doesn't get hurt in this movie until the last 3 minutes.
Yeah.
In which he gets punched twice.
2 punches, blood all over his face.
That's the first hit we've seen!
They like gave him that shot, and then his eyes rolled back, and that's the only thing. Like, it was just all woozy, and then like that's it. Nothing was
He was
explained.
like cartoon. It was the truth serum.
Yeah.
Was it truth serum?
Yeah. He
I
was
thought it was like poison or something.
no, it was truth serum.
He's like,
Well, I
I'm
think
using
it was
this
supposed
for
to be like a pain drug or something. I'm like 99% sure that it was supposed to be a pain drug.
Okay.
And
That's what I think so.
Steven Seagal faked getting hurt by it.
Oh, is that what that
lower
was?
their guard because he's been microdosing on it to build his
There
tolerance.
you go.
Because
He's
too strong for the drugs.
Steven needs.
I'll level with you. Steven Seagal's acting, I would not interpret that as pain in any world.
I would not either.
It seemed a lot more like pleasure.
It did. 100%. I was like, what's
Something-
going on underneath the camera?
Something was happening underneath the camera. If it panned out a little bit, it
Yeah.
would have changed the context so much.
He may have been microdosing on the poison. He needs to microdose on fists because he fucking bled like 2 punches, entire face.
How did they even capture the priest? Was that ever explained?
They went into his house.
Oh, yeah, they just went to his house. Okay, so
Yeah, no, there was that like
They
nun,
knocked on the front
and then
door.
they like had this other immigrant, and then they like shoved her into the wall and then went in. Yeah.
Okay. So now the guys, the deep state guys who are trying to kill this priest, break into his house. He's home alone, and they decide to tie him up and give him, and they torture him for information that they already have.
Now you need to feel something warm. Very warm and wonderful. Think about it. I love it. I
What?
enjoy this. I really enjoy the shit out of this thing. I enjoy it together. It's always been alone.
What?
With me. Together.
He's turning into a vampire. Steven Seagal and his cop friends arrive on the scene. Both his cop friends get injured, but Steven Seagal escapes in a train. We never see the priest again after this scene, so I'm assuming
No, we
he's
don't.
dead. The lady cop I said earlier gets shot by a shotgun. You should have stayed in the car.
Yeah.
But it's okay because she's wearing a bulletproof vest.
Shut up and save your strength, huh?
She's okay.
Yes.
The deep state won that one because they killed the priest. Steven
Yeah.
Seagal got no information.
They just had to flee.
They like literally, Steven Seagal lost that one, I would say. But they play it as if he won.
I think he was planning on trying to kill one of them.
But he fucked it up. Ambush.
Not even you can hit him at this range, Nico. That wasn't the plan, Nelson. Close range, huh?
Yeah, don't shoot him.
Never work. It's rigged. Scanned every 35 seconds. I was thinking of a claymore on the roof, when the chopper. No.
He said he was gonna use a claymore.
Yeah, he's gonna use a claymore. Yeah.
Do you think he meant the,
The
sword
cod
or
strat.
or the bomb? I like to imagine the sword.
I know. I'd like to imagine he did the cod strat, like he just climbed up the ladder, like put the claymore right there, and just waited for them to get up.
Kind of evil CIA guy. I'm not really sure what his deal
I think
was.
very evil.
He says like, I work for the deep state. However, I'm not as evil as them, so I won't kill you because you and I have history together. So he leads them to this parking garage, and then he gets ambushed by the real deep state guys. Evil man.
Wow.
And I love the ginger. What the fuck? They all look fake. I can't describe it.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's uncanny.
And then a shootout occurs. And I think it's implied that the good, bad deep state guy dies, but it's not. He's not seen again, I don't think. Oh
No! He's not seen it.
no! But he only gets shot in the hand. So, I guess that's where he kept his heart. And then I think my favorite death in the whole movie happens here is when Steven Seagal rams that guy through a
Yeah.
building.
What the?
Making him fall to his death and electrocuting him at the same time.
Backs the car out through the wall, and the guy hanging onto the back just falls off.
It wasn't even like a whoa.
Okay,
It was
for
like
some
a
reason. Yeah, and it, like while like he was getting like carried back, he was taking his shoes off and putting them in the car for some reason.
What's funniest about that is that this wrecks Steven Seagal's car. However, he immediately just gets into a different car
Yeah,
right
just
next
gets
to
into
the
another
crash
car.
site. I hope that was worth it, Steven.
Yeah. Why was he taking off?
He just gets in another car! But But then after, so the shootout happens, it gets resolved because Steven Seagal's car, his new car gets absolutely totaled. He gets into a wreck outside and he gets surrounded by the bad guys. It's like, I give up. And then instead of shooting him, now they're like, we want him alive now!
Get out of the car. I want him alive!
What? Then why'd you try shooting him?
Yeah.
And then they take him to a place to torture and kill him. That's where the final confrontation is where he breaks out of his chains, or in this case, zip ties, and then kills everyone, because they were so caught off guard by his amazing acting of being in excruciating pain.
Yeah.
And then the senator they're trying to kill is like, thank you, Steven Seagal, for your great sacrifice.
Or
lot of
laws in the criminals.
Odd comments, too, about the woman that's like...
Yeah.
There's a
like... side character.
There's a part in the early on in the movie where they're all like, to catch the bad guys in a little thing, they're all like undercover as meat package workers. And then someone makes the comment,
I think they made you too pretty to be a meat packer.
the lady cop is too pretty to be a meat package worker.
God, I remember that. I remember there's that like one guy that starts like, I would let her bust me any day or something like that. Like,
That's a good one.
God.
This one coming over here, she could bust me anytime. Look at that.
So I know I want to talk about, in his first encounter he's being hunted. I think he's trying to find the priest. He's trying to find the priest.
Yeah. I think so.
And then a car pulls up, it's like, hey, I know the priest. It's like, you do? Can you tell me? He's like, never mind, I got a gun. And him and like 4 guys get out of the car, surround him. And then the guy with the gun goes,
Hey, I'm not gonna shoot you. These guys are gonna beat you to death.
he chops the guy with the gun's arm off while he just watches this happen. And that's the scene. And then in the next scene, or some scene after that, I don't remember the order.
That they like continue chasing after him.
Oh, it's a different group. They completely, like, he's in his car. They have 5 SMGs, and they just blow his car to smithereens while he's inside of it. But he's unscathed. Because he somehow dodged the bullets and hid behind a different car behind him. How the fuck would he be alive?
And then this part, I'm like, this is where I was kind of... He just pulls a gun on one of them.
And then
the other 4 just shoot.
Yeah.
He's not going to get you all.
But then they decide, you know what? He's got us. We can't afford one death here.
Nope.
So then he just goes one by one. Everyone puts their guns down, and they all do it.
Drop us off, badass.
Bad action.
There's
Alex.
Yeah.
The movie is called Above the Law because these guys, the deep state, is supposed to be above the law. Steven Seagal just murdered someone.
He takes them all into like some random grocery, like little grocery shop owned by this really bad acting foreign man of some ethnicity. I'm not sure what he's meant to be really. I want to say Arabian, if I remember correctly, but I could be wrong. And he is, I'll show some clips here, but he was like one of the worst actors I think I've ever seen.
No, that's my sword. That you can't.
Just like from the side, just like it's kind of like there, and then after a second, the next shot, he's like, "Oh no!" And it's like it's so
in the
dumb.
shots where they're fighting, you can still hear him crying. There was like, "My shop,
But you guys are putting too much emotion. He's like, my shop. You guys are messing up my shop. What's the matter with you guys? I think his were especially bad, but most lines were given that same exact level. I don't know what his plan was to bring them all in there. Like, he just kind of brings them all in there and holds them at gunpoint for a while, and then now they decide, now we're gonna fight this guy when we're unarmed. And now that one
instead of just shooting him.
Yeah, when they all had guns pointed at him earlier, and he was just one guy like this, pointing at one of them. But, you know, each their own, I suppose.
That church part was way funnier than what it should have been. Like, I could be completely
oh my god,
honest.
when they're in fucking bed,
Yeah.
and he's like...
Why were we in church?
Yes!
We're both atheists! Why did we go to church?
Why did we go to church? You tell me.
I would love if Steven Seagal was just like, to worship God, honey.
Yeah.
You didn't think there's gonna be a fucking bomb there?
Yeah.
Or maybe she did, and there was like a newspaper like,
Maybe
don't go to
they're just
church,
confused.
bomb!
Maybe they're just like not religious and confused why they're there. Like, why did we go to church?
She
Like,
prayed the night before, and God told her that.
yeah, go to church this
No.
day. Make sure.
God told her there was gonna be a bomb. She's like, "Well, I'm gonna go anyway."
Yeah.
Oh.
My faith won't waver. That one like kind of so-so CIA dude on the rooftop just had his gun just like straight up, like straight up and to the side the entire time, and just was not pointed at him.
I was surprised. That was like that one guy Steven Seagal didn't disarm too with like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he was pointing a gun at him, that's how Steven Seagal knows how to disarm guns. But pointing it like slightly different, he doesn't know the technique. He can't do that one.
That's very possible.
He knows how to counter him. You put the gun like slightly askew. He's like, I surrender. Oh, in the fucking last car chase scene in the parking deck, he takes another car. No, sorry, his first car he takes. He pulls the ballet driver out of it, throws him out of the car, and takes it. There's an active firefight going on. Weren't the civilians like just 10 feet away from them? Oh yeah, there they are.
Go run into the line of fire so I can steal your car.
That is fucking insane.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy? He's got a fucking smile on his face.
But Steven's above the law.
He's above the
Yeah,
law.
he is.
But no, they think they're above the law. Steven.
Right now, Steven's perfectly in his bounds. You know,
Yeah.
it's every American's right.
The drug guy, I don't care what you think about drugs, but holy shit, that guy got fucking destroyed.
Yeah.
He fucked up. Like, if you're anti-drug, that's fine, whatever. I don't really care. But like, I don't think you should like
that lady.
I have no idea.
I thought it was going to be like his daughter.
I thought it was his daughter too.
It's just someone random who was using drugs. That's it.
Jesus fucking Christ!
You want to get high?
Stupid man, stop it!
This man.
Why are you always grabbing him by the neck?
This guy shouldn't be a fucking cop. What the fuck? It was a really bad movie. I'm surprised.
Oh yeah. It was really funny though.
It was really funny. It was really funny. None of it intentionally so, really.
Yeah.
It tried its best to be a very serious, gritty movie about the horrors of war and the corruption in the United States. It failed fantastically at both regards.
I don't think it ever really brought up the horrors of war stuff, but
Well,
besides
it
like
shows
a couple
some,
photos.
It shows some scary photos.
A couple photos, yeah.
And they use some real war footage. So I believe these are probably real Vietnam footage as well of actual, war crime victims.
Besides them being there, it didn't have any relevance to their characters other than like I met you before. That's it.
Any mention of Vietnam could have been cut, and probably should have been because a decent amount of
it did not change
distasteful. Especially like, in the beginning, they used real Vietnam footage. Of like naked children and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think they're like photos of dead kids, which might be real photos of dead kids.
Those are real photos, though.
Yeah.
So probably not good optics,
Positives for this one? Like, outside of it being funny because of how, like, any genuine, like, good quality cinema points.
I think it's not much to say, but I think it's, moderately progressive. They had a black woman, didn't really draw much attention to that. I think that was kind of cool, I guess. I don't know.
They did hit on her a lot.
I mean, they hit on her a lot, but, like, I don't know. It's and something. Like, there was one thing I did like. After the parking deck car chase, after they put Steven Seagal in an unmarked van and take him away, it cuts to them driving off, and you still see this car that he wrecked hanging outside of it. I thought that was fun. I thought that was actually good. That was great.
Part. I like that.
It's one thing I'll give it. I think that was good.
Yeah.
I like that shot. That's it.
It was a good shot.
And all the music did not fit either.
The music was really so bad.
Yeah.
I think the music was the cheapest that they could find.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think I have a good way to sum it up.
Okay.
No character was specifically doing an action most of the time, but things still happened.
Yeah.
It was a movie.
It was one of the movies of all time.
I can't wait to do this again.
Yeah. Bye.
It implicates some of the major intelligence agencies in drug trafficking.
Steven Seagal.
Wait, I'm sorry.
What?
She said it would implicate some of the major intelligence agencies and drug trafficking. How many are there?
Yeah.
Were you engaging in some kind of unnatural sex acts?
What?
She must be 15. That's illegal in some states, you know.
And some.